Well, from the mafia end, I've heard that the bottom of the river, deep places in the river with the concrete works well. But from a business perspective, the best place to hide a body is page 2 of Google. Yeah. Page 2 of Google is the best place to hide a body.
I can see the whole wide world with these two eyes, and I can be whoever I want to be, 'cause it's my life.
Hi, thanks for joining us for another episode of Ask Spurrell CPA. Today, Edmonton Business Coach, we're talking about why you don't need a website yet. Again, Edmonton Business Coach, why you don't need a website yet. I have Trevor from Inspired Method Marketing Coaching here with me. Trevor knows this all too well. The business owners put too much emphasis on getting a website up early.
Yeah, they do. They think that is going to be the magic bullet to get them out there and get their name known and start magically drawing in those customers.
Yeah. So the quote that we have here on this one, Peter Drucker wrote 39 business books. He says, nothing happens until someone sells something. In a business, nothing is happening until someone has sold something.
Yeah.
So it's a statistic, 50% of Canadian businesses will go out of business in the first 5 years, and 42% of these failed businesses will go out of business because of their inability to attract enough customers, making it the top reason why most businesses will go out of business. And the story that we have here, business owners think that simply by spending money on a website, any website, will help them generate new business.
I wish it was that easy.
It'd be so much easier. We could charge so much more money for easy websites. So the questions, Trevor, what are the questions these business owners should be asking?
Josh, now this could be a mafia question as well. Where's the best place to hide a body?
Well, from the mafia end, I've heard that the bottom of the river, deep places in the river with the concrete works well. But from a business perspective, the best place to hide a body is page 2 of Google. Yeah. Page 2 of Google is the best place to hide a body because, if you want someone to never find it, put it on page 2 of Google. A lot of times it'll never get found.
True story. Now, will a new website show on page 1 of Google?
Yeah, so people think that now they've come to the realization, hopefully they can come to the realization that people don't look very far in the search results. I mean, there's the odd person, but we're not trying to for the odd person, we're trying to attract the masses. But the new website, just launching a new website, any old website, the chances of it being on page 1 of Google are, you might as well go buy your lottery ticket while you go buy that website because it's not going to show on page 1 the first day.
Now, is your Google My Business listing more likely to show up on page 1 of Google search engine's result?
100%. Your Google Places or Google My Business is absolutely free. It can be done quickly. And if you do it right, that will show up on page 1 of Google. As soon as they type in, Edmonton plumber, there's a chance that you could be listed there if you have that set up correctly. You haven't spent nearly as much time or money to get that thing up, and that's likely to show up on the page 1 of the Google results page, so it is way undervalued.
Yeah, absolutely. What percentage of buyers will look at your Google reviews before purchasing?
That is the hard one. So now you're listed, we spent $10,000 on a website, but you realize that 88% of your ideal and likely buyers will look at your Google reviews before doing business with you. Not your Facebook reviews, not your Yelp reviews, not your Foursquare reviews. 88% of your ideal and likely buyers will look at your Google reviews before they do business with you. Again, your Google reviews tied to your Google My Business account. That's what they're going to look at.
Now, does that percentage change for leads from referrals?
Yeah, that's one of the kind of the misnomers that I get back out there. Is people think that, I do all of my business from referrals. I was like, great. If you had 40 or more Google reviews, you'd be converting more of those referrals because even those people who are referred to you, 88% of them will still look at your Google reviews before deciding if you're going to do business with you. So even if your main strategy of onboarding clients is getting, referrals from people who've done business with you or referral partners, the name of the game is not to get more referrals. The name of the game is to convert more referrals. And if you want to convert more of those referrals, we have to be aware that 88% of them are going to look at the Google reviews, so let's get some Google reviews.
And another quick tip, if those people are willing to give you a referral word of mouth, have them give you a Google review.
That's right.
Because it's the same thing. It's just on a different platform.
Yeah. It gives more strength to that referral, because if they're willing to say it, it's one thing. If they're willing to put it on the web and sign their name to it, it's another thing altogether.
Exactly. Now, will Google My Business listing with 40 reviews outperform a new website?
Yeah. So, the Google My Business listing with 40 reviews, that's generally the magic number. If all you had, you take one business and they spent $1,000, $5,000, $10,000 on a website, and they launch from day one, and they don't have a Google My Business listing, and you have another, or they have one without any reviews, and you have another business and they don't have a website, they didn't spend $1 on a website, and they just set up a good Google My Business listing and gathered 40 reviews, the phone will ring more often in this second business who doesn't even have a website. They just have a Google My Business listing with 40 Google reviews, a couple nice pictures, a phone number to call. It's going to work. It will work better almost every time in every industry. The 40 is the number to shoot for, where Google starts believing that this is more than just your friends and family reviewing you, that this is actually legitimate customers. There's enough activity going on here that they're going to place an importance on it. So if you're looking at which one to do first and which one, no website, 40 Google reviews, good, Google My Business listing has a good number of pictures and the correct phone number and an address listed there, you're going to get more calls. Like, it will work quicker and it's cheaper.
Absolutely. Now, how effective are Google Ads before gathering 40 reviews?
Well, if you trust most of the people who want to sell you Google Ads, they will tell you that they can sell anything on Google Ads. Coming as the CPA who's seen the cost of these ads at year end and seeing how effective they were at generating new business, is I would suggest to most people that in most situations that buying Google AdWords before having Google reviews is a fantastic way to get business for your competitors, not for you. Because your Google AdWords is going to get them excited to do business with somebody, but then they're immediately going to check who has all the reviews, and if you're the one who paid for the ad, they're going to get them excited, you're going to pay to get them excited, and then they're going to see who else can do it, and they're going to realize, hey, this guy doesn't have any reviews, he's got 2 reviews, and his competitor's got 68 reviews. I don't care who posted the ad. I want to do business with the guy at 68 reviews. So, buying Google AdWords before having 40 Google reviews is, one of the quickest ways to light your money on fire. And I would suggest lighting it on fire is actually just more entertaining. Anyways, at least you get to watch it burn, rather than people clicking in the middle of the night to do business with your competitors.
Unless you're in a survival situation, you shouldn't burn money for no good reason.
There's a couple other mechanisms that'll burn quicker.
Yeah?
Yeah, wood might be better. Charcoal, I would try those first.
Now, why do you recommend writing 6,000 words before launching a website?
So we go back to the first part where the being on page 1 of Google. If you're on page 2 of Google, no one's going to see it. So what happens, the way Google ranks websites, there's really 4 components of what is going to be used to rank a website. And is the website mobile compliant? Does it follow Google's canonical compliant rules, which is something a coder or Trevor's team can help you out with? And do you have the most Google reviews or a lot of Google reviews? Number 3, and then number 4 is how many pages you have with 1,000 words or more. And some people will challenge sometimes and say it can be as few as 350, but I don't want to sometimes be on page 1. I want to all the time be on page 1. So we're going to write 1,000 words or more for every page. Now the 6,000 words is we look at the common pages for a website. We have a homepage. Number 1, we're going to have a homepage. So we need 1,000 words for that homepage. So because we don't want to just spend money on putting up a website that nobody sees. We don't want to just make a website as quick as possible so we can sit down with our mom and our brother and say, hey, look at my webpage. And you guys, we can feel good about it, pat each other on the back, and then the phone never rings. It's about getting it in front of our clients. And in order to get it in front of our clients, we need to get to page 1. And in order to get to page 1, we need the most number of pages with 1,000 words or more. So those 6 common pages, let's write 1,000 page. Homepage, you're going to need 1,000 words or more. Team page is the second most looked at page. People will look at the team page before they even look at the services page. They want to know who's doing the work rather than what exactly you're doing more. I don't make up the rules. That's just what the stats say. So now we need 1,000 words for the home page, 1,000 words for the team page. Now we're going to look at a services page. So now we actually have a services page describing exactly what we do and the components of our common projects or projects or services. That's 1,000 words. Then you're going to want a why us page. So now you want a why us of why they're actually doing business with you as opposed to one of the competitors. Again, all these go down in order of ranking. Most people are going to make the decision from the home page, but these are the types of pages that they're going to want to see for the people who do drill through. Now we want a page on our website. The 5th page is some sort of content. Usually whether it's a blog or a vlog. We have other videos on here why we always say it should be a vlog instead of a blog because it's more time efficient. But we need a page to house those vlog videos and why we're doing. That's page number 5. And then simply our contact page. And yes, I have 1,000 words on my contact page. And before I knew that was important, I had, like everybody else, I had my hours of operation, my phone number, and a couple of social media accounts you could connect with. And then I realized that 1,000 words get you to the top of Google. Now I got 1,000 words. I'll describe what the parking is like, what the intake process is like. I even have a paragraph on what the coffee is like here because I want my 1,000 words because that's what's going to rank. So those are the 6 pages. So there's no point of launching those pages until you have 1,000 words of content for each one of those pages. You got to write 6,000 words.
Now, Josh, last question. Why do you recommend doing 14 10-minute YouTube videos before creating the website?
So again, we go back to those 4 factors. Is the site mobile compliant? Does it follow Google canonical compliance rules? Do I have enough Google reviews? And we've started gathering Google reviews before the website, hopefully. Or we're gathering Google reviews before paying any money to update the website. That's step 1. But now, 6,000 words is not going to get you to the top. So we talk about, people will tell you to blog, but most people who are telling you to blog are probably not on page 1 of Google themselves.
Right.
You need an efficient way to get the most number of words, and one of the most efficient ways is to simply talk 1,000 words. Just like we're doing right now, talking 1,000 words to get them up on the website. And I would say 14 10-minute YouTube videos. Now you're going to write 6,000 words. You're going to have 14,000 words that can be extracted from your videos and transcribed and put on a website. Now you have 20,000 words to launch a website. That's a website that might start getting to page 1 for some common terms. And again, it helps you. It has a secondary thing too. So it's not just getting to page 1. Now it's going to start making you think critically of what your brand is trying to communicate. Because if someone makes you talk about your business for 10 minutes at a time, for 14 times, now you're more likely to actually assemble, be the creative director on a website, be an effective creative director on a website that actually communicates what you're trying to communicate. It just forces you to talk about your business, to take a step back, to look, we're caught up in doing our business. Now we're just talking about our business. So that forces us to take a step back. And now we can, help generate, communicate the type of brand that we're actually trying to communicate, because doing those videos not just gives us the words, but it actually makes us think critically about, who we are and what we're trying to accomplish as a business.
Awesome. Thanks, Josh.
Yeah, so that's what we have here today. Thanks so much for tuning in. As always, we look forward to any comments that you have so we can respond back and help us out with looking at what future videos you guys would like to see. And as always, please hit the like and subscribe button so we can continue to deliver you tips on how to beat the odds of business. Thanks very much.